Going live, going live, going live, going live, and we are live. All right. Morning thoughts, morning thoughts, morning thoughts. Shout out to our people going out to work this morning. Shout out to the people coming in from work this morning. Extra special big up shout out to the people who work multiple jobs. I have the utmost respect for you. Shout out to my entrepreneurs, my stay-at-home moms and pops, my retirees. Shout out to the drivers. Shout out to the Uber driver, Lyft driver, truck driver, taxi driver, food delivery drivers, round town and long distance truck drivers. Shout out to the crossing guards and the school teachers. Shout out to law enforcement personnel, medical field personnel, military personnel. Shout out to whatever it is your job description is. Shout out to you. Shout out to Troy Stars Trucking Vlogs on YouTube. Troy, big up yourself. Any which part of that. Shout out to every single clean-hearted, good-hearted person who wants good for others as much as you want good for yourself. Don't let that go over your head. You're a good person. Shout out to you. It takes a special kind of person to be that. All right? Here we are on this beautiful Thursday morning. Today is the 20th of March, 2025, and we are here. We are happy to be here. We give thanks and praises to the Most High for preserving us and allowing us to be here to see this day, to enjoy this day, to full joy this day. And we're going to make the most of it, right? Over in the comment section, I see lots of names in there. Shout out to all the names who are in green. Asarin Odetta, first one in this morning. Thank you for being here. British Jamaican girl. Freedom Earners is in the building. Freedom Earners, big up yourself. I haven't seen you in a while. Miss Goldie Robinson, big up yourself. Thank you for being here. BM. Wayne Nathan, Kaitai Jai Empress, Three Fists in the Air, Upments. Virtuous Fire is in the building this morning. Hold on, let me shout out. Naisha is in the building with us this morning. Mervyn the Point, Jamaica Curb, big up yourself. Says blessings to all family. Audrey Wright's in the building with us this morning. Morning, fam and present teacher. Let's Bond TV is in the building with us this morning. Thank you for being here. Elaine Brown. Patricia Thomas is here. Senior Sexy is in the building. Sharon Spence, Purple Royal. Virtuous Fire says, morning, family. You know, and Donna Davis is here with us again. Mervyn the Point Jamaica Curse says, BM, big up yourself. Donna Davis says, good morning, SouFLo. Bless up to you, yourself, and the family. And BM says, blessing at Mervyn. Trini LB is in the building with us this morning as well. Freedom Earners same up on the grindings. All right, so we understand that. You know, Audrey says, look how I'm almost late. Because I was watching Andre interview with Mr. Golding. All right. Who else is here? Denise Sparks is here as well. Sonia Brooks is in the building with us as well this morning. Audrey Wright says, remember to hit the thumbs up button when you enter the live, please. We already start off, but we have 300 and something people in here at 91 thumbs up, but that's okay. We will take it as we go. So before we even start out, the thumbs up button helps the videos to trend. It helps people to know that we are here. It helps YouTube to rank your video. So if YouTube doesn't rank your video too high, then now me going to tell some people this and them are going to use it. So them I use it to them advantage. Well, if I meme a wait pan for YouTube rank theme video, I will never hit that thumbs up button. Guess what? People still are going to hit the thumbs up button. I'm still going to rank good and I'm still going to get what's mine. So you're not going to stop nothing. All right? I just put it out there for the good-hearted people them to know that if you really want to be of help, just hit the thumbs up button. All right? We appreciate that. Big up on yourself and thank you for being here on this beautiful day. We have 4 things to talk about this morning and 2 hours to do it in. That's how we're rolling out this morning. 4 things to talk about and 2 hours to do it in. All right? Vybz Kartel hits the gym ahead of his Barclays big show, first show. He will be performing in over 20 years. First time he will be performing in over 20 years in the United States of America. That will be his first show, his big return. Melchizedek, manners and respect, family. Big up yourself. I appreciate you greatly. Thank you. Stop the flow of guns. We're going to talk about Vybz Kartel as in he hasn't been back to Jamaica since him get the US visa. That part. So the talk now is him breeze out Jamaica. Him run gone left Jamaica. Or he doesn't have any plans to return to Jamaica anytime soon. We're going to talk about that. All right. Stopping the flow of guns. into the island. Guns, 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 guns. All right. Yesterday they had a gun find again where they found some 30 guns, 6 rifles, and 24 handguns, and how much 100 rounds of ammunition, etc. But prominent attorney at law Bert Samuels had a lot to say concerning the United States of America and what they need to do to help to stop this gun thing that's happening in Jamaica. I don't know if you know it, but majority of the murders that are committed in Jamaica annually, and yesterday we discussed that we easily do over 1,000 murders every year, and I brought you from 2009 all the way up to 2024. 2025 not done yet. All over 1,000 per year. 90% or higher of our murders, guns. All right. We don't have a gun factory in Jamaica. We don't manufacture guns and we don't manufacture bullets. So much gunning at the island. Wagwan. We're going to get into that a bit. There's a young man here who was an athlete at KC, Kingston College. Every time I say Kingston College, I remember the young man who lost his life in that, where the X6 BMW, the taxi hit the X6 BMW, skid and bumped the BMW because it was raining, and the occupant of the X6 came out and fired gunshots into the taxi and took that young man's life. And how Paula Llewellyn dealt with that case. So every time I hear Casey, I remember him. Kajil Mays was his name. And I say his name all the time because he never get no justice still. But that's off topic. A former KC athlete is doing great things in the United States of America. That's the third one. And the fourth one is Rihanna. And I know the headline says Rihanna, mad them again, at them again, these things. Rihanna is in Barbados, or was. And that's funny because the video we did this morning about the 5 Caribbean islands that are on this new proposed ban list from Donald Trump, Barbados is one of them that's on the list. You have to say, what Barbados do? You know? But go see that video. Anyhow, we're going to talk about Riri, why she's in Barbados again. You know, she's flicking it up. And a lot of people have a lot to say about the pictures, including myself. I mean, you know, the girl would do her thing and thing. But she serves also as a huge inspiration, along with this young man, Chadwayne, as well. So we're going to get into all those stories. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to sip my tea for 60 seconds. I have some... I want another tea. All kind of bush in my all kind of bush in my cup this morning. I have some lemon fever grass in here for sure. There is some burdock root in here and neem fever grass and burdock root. No sugar, no cream, just raw. My tea. So I'm gonna sip my little tea for 60 seconds. You choose where we start. Is it gonna be Vybz Kartel? Is it gonna be Stop the Gun Flow? Is it gonna be the former KC athlete, or is it going to be Rihanna? You choose one of the 4 and go. Starting now. I see Vybz Kartel, then I see a gun. I see that never sound right. Mr. Vybz Kartel avoiding Jamaica, 1. Audrey Wright, 1. Gun talk, 1. Bad Gal Riri, 1. So that's 3 on the board already. Gun flow is leading. 1, 2, 3 gun flow, 1 Vybz Kartel, 1 Rihanna. I like this where it's going. We're 15 seconds in. Keep it going. Gun is at 5, leading. 6, gun, leading. Vybz. All right. Vybz, damn. Vybz just caught up with gun. So Vybz and gun running even. But is this... okay. Vybz now went ahead. Gun is now caught up with Vybz. Riri is in second place. Nobody know want to hear about the Jamaican youth named Chadwayne. That's okay. Vybz gonna lead by 1. Keep it going. Riri only has 2, 3 on the board. Guns it is. Guns is gonna lead by 1. All topics is number one, and so we do it. BM, the horse is running. You have to bet on one. Guns is back in the lead by 2. Good morning, Floyd. Just logged in 5 seconds ago. I will say Vybz. Vybz is there. All right. Guns is still ahead by 1 now. Guns is ahead by 2. Riri has 4 on the board now. We are 32, 33, 34 seconds in and counting. Guns is leading. Guns leading. Big up yourself, great goodies. Thank you for being here. Guns is in the lead. We are 42 seconds in and counting. Guns is in the lead. BM says Guns, that put Guns way ahead now by 3. Vybz Kartel following second. KC Extra Student. Oh God, him get 1 on the board. Reggae Girl, thank you. I'm doing great things. We soon talk about him. Grand Rising, SouFLo and family. Marie's message 411 TV. We have 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Guns it is. And it was Guns by 2. And Unstoppable Josh brought Vybz Kartel up, so he will be the second one. All right. Mervin the Point, Jamaica Curse says Guns. And Lovely Aneka says a Guns, we say. A Guns, we say. Lovely Aneka is in the building with us. Marie's message 411 TV is in the building with us right there on the chat. Go in the chat. You see them? Just click on their name. Go over to their channel. Click the membership over there. Tell them SouFLoTV sent you, even though them know say me sent you. And share the love. Keep it in the family. Those are my fellow content creator sisters right there. All right? All right. Let's get into the gun stuff first. Because our guns on the set, so our guns we are going to deal with this morning. Guns out. Matter of fact, it's hot here in Florida where I'm at right now. Shout out to the people who are in cold places. I was actually about to say guns out, buns out. Because I went to the beach day before yesterday, and it was a lot of buns that were out. Yeah. You know, the Florida is a G-string place when it comes to the sunshine. And it's hot here right now. We're experiencing 80-something degree weather during the daytime. It's spring break. The beach packed every day. The police are reporting a seizure of 30 firearms and over 100 rounds of ammunition at a warehouse on Marcus Garvey Drive in Kingston on Tuesday. The seizure was a result of joint operation by members of the Jamaica Customs Agency, JCA, and the Firearms and Narcotics Investigation Division, the FNID or FNID, of the Jamaica Constabulary Force. A statement of the Jamaica Constabulary Force's Facebook page on Wednesday said that the operation unfolded at about 4:45 p.m. Big Broad afternoon on Tuesday when the joint team was conducting security screenings and intercepted a shipment. The shipment coming from foreign. Remember the caller that called in and told us the other morning that him say SouFLo. No man, if you have your money, man, and you send down your container them, your container don't wait on the wharf to be checked. The container is delivered to your location, and custom officers then come to your location to check. I said that's a big security breach, because if me want to send in a bag of guns, all I have to do is get a replica lock for my container, make sure that bus, and take out the gun them before them come, and then lock it back and wait for the customs officer to come check it. And these things, they say if the seal is not broken, then usually you're good to go. Or how about I have a lot of money, so I just bribe the custom officer and have a full container of guns. That's how things operate in Jamaica. We were made wise by a businessman who called in, who does ship containers to Jamaica, right? All right. So according to the JCF, they were doing security screening and intercepted a shipment. During the search, the following items were found. They found 24 pistols, 6 rifles, 32 magazines, and 102 rounds of ammunition. The head of FNID, Senior Superintendent of Police Samuel Blake, said that the police have been ramping up efforts with various stakeholders to disrupt the trafficking of weapons and illegal drugs into Jamaica. Every firearm seized is a victory for the JCF and Jamaica. We continue our relentless work to find individuals seeking to curtail the JCF's violence reduction efforts. We continue to leverage our partnership with international bodies to dismantle crime syndicates. There has been no report of any arrests that have been made relative to the massive weapons finds. Yeah, but investigations are ongoing into the development. This is the second such seizure in recent months. A member of the JCA and FNID seized recently 66 firearms in another operation that had 4,700 rounds of ammunition in that same operation, and that was January 17th of 2025, with a dual national citizen being subsequently charged in relation to that shipment. That's somebody who has citizen of the US and citizen of Jamaica as well, and has chosen to be a part of this flooding the country with guns. A high-level probe is underway to identify and apprehend all the parties who were involved in relation to that particular seizure. Meanwhile, the police are urging anyone with information, if you can call them to assist them, please. Now, with that, just to get you into where this conversation is going, how do we stop the flow of these guns coming into Jamaica? So Bert Samuels, who needs no introduction, long-standing, long-time practicing, and very prominent attorney in Jamaica. Prominent attorney at law Bert Samuels is calling on the U.S. to take immediate action in stemming the flow of illegal firearms into Jamaica, arguing that the island should reconsider its cooperation on drugs interdiction until the gun trade is addressed. In other words, stop bow to them until them start actually do stuff to help us, is what he's saying. Quite honestly, I'm always wondering how the hell so much guns escape the US. Forget the fact that Jamaica has people who are accepting those guns and allowing them to pass into the country. But how in God's name are so many guns escaping out of the US, making their way into Jamaica? Me can't pass through TSA. When I'm flying to Jamaica, I can't pass through TSA with not even an ice pick. So how so many guns are getting, and you're talking about, look, 26 guns, 33 guns, 40-something guns. There was one time a bust with 100 and something guns, and like 40-something of them was some big rifle, Bushmaster style, military grade weapons. How are all these making it into out of the US? Forget making it into Jamaica. How are they making it out of the US? So obviously, right, the elephant in the room is what? The elephant in the room is that the United States of America is playing a part in sending these guns into Jamaica. If that is the charge, then that's a serious charge. So the United States of America is being complicit in destabilizing Jamaica then. Okay? I just told you all that we do over 1,000 murders every year continuously, no problem. And 90+% of those murders are done by guns that are shipped into Jamaica from the USA. Yeah. Not even half a bottle of water you can't pass through with, much less, Audrey says. Not even a half a bottle of water. Unique Saw, big up yourself. Thank you for being here. Not even a half a bottle of water we can pass through with when we traveling. But them can send 50 gun, 30 gun, 40 gun, thousands of rounds of ammunition. And you must believe too, say a lot of this is getting to the streets. So forget the little 1 and 2 that they actually catch. I've always said this. I said Jamaica law enforcement has been given a basket to carry water in because I believe that somebody else is involved in this at a much higher level. So we're going to give them guns to find every day, Kind of like how they said they did the cocaine trade. I was watching a documentary. You know, me love watch documentary, and they were doing interviews with cocaine boys of the 80s and 90s. You know, when cocaine was the thing. It's still the thing, but back then they used to like fly. So some of the guys who had pilot license, commercial pilots, were quitting their jobs to go fly for the cartel and for big drug dealers in the US. So one of them said, that man told me he could give me my year's salary per trip, doubled, plus. It was a no-brainer. He had his personal plane. I just had to fly it at a certain height. Boom, drop the stuff off, come right back. Half of the time, didn't even have to land. Just open the hatch, drop everything, come on right back. It would be me, one person, the person who's responsible for opening the hatch, let everything out, come right back. And he said, we would give them something to find, because you can't have law enforcement on the ground with the place being flooded with cocaine and nobody is catching anything. The people will start to catch on to it. So I'm watching the same thing happen in Jamaica with guns. And I'm like, okay, they're finding the guns, but they're not finding the real stash. Because Jamaica full of guns, you know. I just told you I'm now watch a video the other day and a man with him brethren them, they're around him. They showed nobody face in the video. They only showed from the neck down, but they were trying to show everybody say, we're full of guns around here. And Mr. One guy had like 2 Glock in his waist, and the 2 Glock had 2 long extended clips, like 30 round clips in each one of them. Had a rifle in one hand and had a look like a 4.4 Magnum or something in another hand. And that was just one person out of the picture with 4 guns on him alone. Everybody else around him had 1 or had 2 or more guns on them as well. And that's just in their circle, with a song that was playing in the background that was saying, we're full of guns around here, right? So this is Jamaica. How are that many guns coming in to the country? So Bert Samuels is saying, instead of doing these deals with America, helping them to fight the war on drugs, to stop, because Jamaica is a major shipping point, transatlantic shipping point for drugs coming out of South America and other places to cut through into the US market. How about we stop working with them until they start working with us to help us to stop the flow of these guns coming into Jamaica? Mr. Bert Samuels' call comes in light of Tuesday's major gun bust, where the 30 firearms and the more than 100 rounds of ammunition were seized in that joint operation I just told you about. He said this is the second major bust this month, this month alone, or in months. And it is clear that there is a well-organized trafficking network, and we must ask the question, why aren't these weapons being intercepted before they reach our shores? We've been asking that for years, though, right here on SouFLoTV, we've been asking this for years. How come so many of them are coming in? Mr. Bert Samuels said, we must ask this question. How come they're not being intercepted before they get shipped out to us? There are no gun manufacturers in Jamaica. These firearms are coming from abroad, yet we see little evidence that sufficient surveillance is happening at the exporting ports in North America. There aren't any news media headlines in the US that says, aha, when they catch like a lot of cocaine, it would be on the news, all over the news in all 50 states. Same thing if they get a large drug bust or gun bust or human trafficking bust or whatever illegal thing there is bust. We don't see anything from them saying, we caught this shipment of 44 guns heading to Jamaica. You never see that. You never see it. Samuels argued that Jamaica has long cooperated with the U.S. authorities, doing their bit, working alongside them on stopping the flow of drugs into North America. But he questioned whether that cooperation is being reciprocated when it comes to firearms. Drugs are dangerous, yes, but guns are instant killers. And what's worse, these high-powered weapons are ending up in the hands of the poorer people in these ghetto communities, he said. According to Mr. Samuels, the time has come for Jamaica to take a stronger stance. We should not put a stop to our cooperation on drugs. He said we should put a stop to our cooperation on drugs until the US puts a stop to the guns that are entering Jamaica. This is a pandemic. This is a crisis that fuels our high murder rate on the island. On January 17th, members of the division, in collaboration with Jamaica Customs, seized 66 firearms, 4,700 rounds of ammunition in Northport West in St. Andrew. However, Samuels warned that these numbers may not really tell the true story. Like, I say these things without even having to read what these people have to say. Of course it don't tell the true story. I just gave you an example of the documentary I was watching. It doesn't take a genius to figure out that they're doing the same thing in Jamaica, right? Right. So we're going to give them something to find so that the police can't always brag, so we're on it. We're finding these weapons. We are eradicating these people who are sending in all these murderous weapons into the island. We're doing our job. Because if people don't think that the police force is effective, not only does the police force lose, the governing party who is in power loses too, because the people will look on them and say, your police under JLP never did do nothing, the place full of gun. But if they're finding guns every day, the people will say, boy, I don't know the police them did good under JLP, no, because them not top find the gun them any which part them put them. You see, the gun runners are ahead of you on that. They already planned all that. They already said, give them something for find constantly, right? While they're finding and busy, we're dropping the real loads. That's what the drug dealer said, the pilot. He said we would drop something for them to find, which would be like a couple of kilos. He was transporting thousands of kilos. So he would let them find 50 kilo here, 100 kilos there. Now, when you get on the news and you say, we just found 100 kilos of cocaine, that's a lot of rotted cocaine. But what you don't understand is 2 tons of coke just dropped over there while you busy over here celebrating finding 100 kilos. It's the same thing they're doing for us with the guns. Oh, we're celebrating 22 guns found. Well, 100 just come in over there that you never catch, right? They're laughing at you with your 22 that just got found. 100 rifle just park up over there just now. So they're playing that game in Jamaica with us as well, right? Here's the thing though. From my opinion, I don't think Jamaica has the balls, the huevos, to bargain with America. And I'm going to explain why in a second. All right? So let's finish this out. He said, what about the weapons that are not detected? For every shipment that we seize, how many are actually slipping through? Well, I can answer that for you, sir. For every shipment you seize, there's a shipment that slipped through. So if you seize 4 did go through where you never did see. And that's just putting it lightly. I want to exaggerate and say for every one you catch, there is 5 to 10 you never catch. But mega left it there, so. All right. Then he asked, says Samuel is urging Jamaica's new ambassador to the U.S. to make gun trafficking a top priority. Our commander must push for an audience with U.S. authorities to address this issue. If the U.S. is serious about fighting crime in this region, it must do its part to prevent these weapons from reaching our shores. I live in the U.S. most months out of the year. Regardless, I'm still a Jamaican with heavily invested in Jamaica. Hear me I say? It's a supply and demand kind of thing. If I make cell phones and I have cell phones for sale, my job is to find a market where I can sell these cell phones. Once money starts being made and I'm able to sell these cell phones, I'm only thinking about manufacturing more and more and more of these. Cause me, I start selling more and more, and my business is booming. I'm not concerned about who gets sick from using my cell phone. I'm not concerned about who's gonna use it to chop a line or do anything. I just want to sell my damn cell phones and make my money. Y'all deal with the rest of that stuff over there. You understand what I said? So, in other words, the guns are being made in America. American manufacturers are looking to make their money on their products. They don't give a damn if it's Haiti, Jamaica, Trinidad and Tobago, Antigua and Barbuda, you name any Caribbean island, St. Lucia, St. Vincent and the Grenadines. They don't care where it goes. Send them Ross, go Africa, as long as we get our money. So once the money is running, things get corrupted. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Morning, General.
Morning, family.
What
going?
Jamaica there.
Oh, big up yourself, my brother. What?
All right. I know you wrap up a topic, you see? But you hear me think? Jamaica needs to close them, manage them ports. If you think about it, from a statistical point of view, containers are measured in 20 foot. That's how they measure the units. And Jamaica only import about 30,000 containers coming out of Miami. You see? Honduras and a couple other countries, Dominica and Grenada. So Guatemala, they import more. Them in a near 100,000 containers. Cool? For the year.
A significant amount more.
Yes. Yeah. Now what happened is that the US are going to spend them resources from protecting them border in terms of what's coming in. And they don't have they're not going to do 100% inspection power coming. Whole heap of stuff are coming out of Miami from China elsewhere. So the interest is to protect, just like everybody else. Interest is to protect what's coming into your country.
Got it.
So Jamaica must make sure, them protect their interests.
Very well put.
You see, because if you think about it, if you are a supervisor and you have limited amount of staff, you have to make sure so you assign the people to protect what's coming into the country.
Yes.
You're not going to spend your time examining things while go out.
True.
And remember, it's not 100% inspection power coming, much less for while go out.
True.
So Jamaica similarly must looking at the thing and invest their money in that side because they must collect the money. If you think about it, or when you send like a barrel, or they rip you apart, you see, and collect one whole heap of money off of you. And that's for them to invest the money to make sure so them protect what are coming and feed them country. Look on all the other countries who import more containers than Jamaica. And look on how much guns are going at them the country there.
Right.
Leadership, my brother. We left it right there, so.
Loud and clear. Loud and clear. I appreciate your manners and respect, my brother. All right.
Yeah, man.
Thank you. That was Mervin the Point, Jamaica Kerr. In the chat right there, name in green. Big up yourself, my brother. Very eloquently said, very much put on point, and give me a broader understanding. We have said that before, we have blamed them before, but you really put it into perspective when you break the numbers down and saying how much Jamaica imports compared to other places who are not getting so many guns flooded into their place. And it's because they have guarded them spend more into protecting what's coming into their country. So Reggae Girl says, so why is it so hard to locate the shipper and the receiver? These shipments have an address to go to, and after these shipping, boy, we always ask that question there too, because if you notice, the shipping companies too, right? Right. I asked that question too, but that tells me also that there are a lot of people who are complicit on many different levels to this thing. So again, back to what Mr. Bert Samuels said, what he's realizing is that this is a well-oiled, well-greased engine in motion, well put together organization that is moving. You understand? So I know just one thing, one angle to it. Crystal G says 18-point entry. 18 corrupt from top to bottom, says Audrey. Yeah, corrupt from all kinds of angles. Crystal G says 18-point entry into Jamaica and don't let other people man our ports. Okay, so that's one. Remember, like, was it about 2, 3, maybe even 4 years ago or so? I don't remember when, but we covered it when it happened because it was big news in Jamaica that our ports, first them said the airport is going to be under management from, managed by Mexico. I said, Ross, our airport under Mexican management, Jamaica airport under Mexican management. At the time, everybody was just flustered about, oh, we're not even have one airline. Remember when we did have Air Jamaica? How we call ourselves one big independent country and not even have one airline. Look how them sink Air Jamaica and it gone, right? Not paying attention to who is actually managing the port. Once me hear Mexico call upon the one at Kingston, the Norman Manley International, I said, this is not good. Then me hear it call upon the next airport. So I said, both our airports are now under foreign management. Then I heard about the ports, like where shipment comes in. So land, sea, and air, not controlled by Jamaica or Jamaicans in top position running it. Land, sea, and air. I was like, okay, so Jamaica is definitely, now we are going to start this stuff. And you know, right after that happened, land, sea, and air get take over, is when we started seeing the biggest coke bus them that we had ever seen in Jamaica. Plane start land with the coke. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Wait, it's up there.
Manners and respect, my brother. What go on?
Manners. Here what go on.
Fix up the phone. Fix up the phone.
Yeah, hear me now.
Loud and clear. What?
Big respect to Mervyn, what just called.
Mm-hmm.
Very well said what he said.
Very well.
But, like I said this,
mm-hmm.
You see, if you have to protect the port,
mm-hmm.
you have to make sure say people that we are put to work
mm-hmm.
and get paid properly. That means say, me can't go say, yo, but give $1, you make the container you go through. If they now get paid properly, man go can come and say, take a $2 and make that slide. So, protecting the port and get people to do the work is one. Which is a good thing, but they have to be properly paid.
Yeah.
That means so when a little man come and say bribe, you can easily turn him over because you're going, why you have to bribe me right now? I'm going to make more than that.
Yeah.
I mean, make enough for me can't suspend me not
right.
take your bribe.
Right. Me not going to jeopardize my career for that cause. Yeah, then we have more pride, more civic pride.
Take care of my family.
Mm-hmm.
So me not going to take your bribe. But if me can't take care of my bills, them and can't take care of my family, me I go take your bribe.
Hold on there, brother. Hold on there. Hello?
Hey. Oh.
Yeah, talk. Hold on there. Hello? Hey, how you doing? Mm-hmm. Hold on there, bro. Okay. Okay. All right. Boy. All right, talk to me. Sorry about that.
No problem.
It's a call when we did a wake pan from yesterday that.
No problem, man. No problem. You're a businessman, man.
Seeing manners.
Anyway, as me I said, getting people to protect the border is one thing, but they have to be properly paid. Else it's not gonna make no sense.
I absolutely agree with you. Agree with you.
Yeah. Going back in our chat.
All right, well put. Manners. Yeah. You know, we're starting to see now that as we peel away the layers to this onion, we're starting to see that there are many angles to this, right? We're starting to see, because, all right, so what him just said just now, it makes perfect sense too. Along with what Mervin said before, it makes perfect sense. Now, I know somebody is going to say everything can't be about money, and Jamaicans need to have some civic pride, right? But when people cannot feed their family from their jobs that they're doing, live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Morning, Flo. How are you?
I'm good, my brother. How you doing?
I'm all right. I know we're trying to find solution to put a stop into some of these things.
Mm-hmm.
But the guy that just called is easier said than done when you talk about bribe because these people, juggies and gun dealers,
For them kind of
their
bribe.
offer is very high. Where sometimes it's hard to resist bribing.
All right, but hear this though. Hear this. Let me understand what, because I was gonna say that what you're saying, but check it. He's not saying that we're gonna be able to beat these guys and their prices that they're, because we know we can't compete, right? You can't compete with somebody who can dash for 10,000 US for no reason. But at the same time, if our people are able to have a sustainable lifestyle off of their or a life that them can be happy with, then off of their 9 to 5 or their career, so to speak, then they would be less likely to take these bribes. This is when you hear people start saying, "No, sir, me not risk my," like for instance, I'm here in the US, right? And if somebody was to tell me, "Hey, I need you to falsify these medical documents for me, and I'll give you a $50,000 cut," I'm gonna be like, hell no, because guess what? My career field will make more than that. Okay, so me no want that. Now it's gonna take me a year and a half or a year to make more than that, but I still make enough from my career field where I'm good financially to the point where me no want to risk what I got going on for your one-time, two-time bribe. You understand? So there are too many people that are actually, this is the next problem we need to address, bro. There are too many people in Jamaica who are actually working hard who can't make it. Them can't make ends meet. And this is where the bribing comes in and why it's so easy to bribe them.
Even with our local police officers.
Even with local police officers. You know? Them police, they have to think about retirement too, you know. They have to think about their family too, you know, and their needs and stuff. Or school teachers. When I hear one of the school teachers them say she teach 13 years now and she don't even own a car because she can't afford to buy a car from her salary. I mean, I say, who's gonna stop her from leaving and going overseas? Because she watched the school teacher them left Jamaica, you know, and within a year or two of being here, them have car already. Within 2, 3, 5 years of time, them have house and 2 car. And
so
she did a 13 years can't buy 1 car.
So you're saying the top sergeant or the region, they get good pay, well paid. So the top sergeant will refuse these bribes.
No.
But just a regular officer.
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying the top sergeant get good pay and they will refuse these bribes. In every facet, you will always find people who are willing to take the bribe, but you would find less people willing to take the bribe and more people even willing to talk on who's taking the bribe if everybody is paid at a level where they can see where them are got in a life. If me can pay my bills at the end of every month, I still have a little something extra to slide off into savings account, I'm good to go. But most people are working hand to mouth, them a get fed. If you miss 1 paycheck, is like you're in desperation. If you miss 2 paycheck, is like you might as well be a road. You know?
Yeah, for real.
And we have too many of those. And that's why poverty is a hell of a thing and it plays a big role in this.
And it goes back to the tip where you always room for that we should have cameras and officers and so.
Right. So yeah, it's not like we are trying to compete with the big gunman them and the big drugs man them money because we can't. Them have it. Look on what him name there. You know, sister is a dump truck. A dump truck, you know, brother, where carry mall and sitting dump truck stacked with US dollars. The whole light all the way up to the top, front to back, and a tarpaulin cover it. When them man they can literally say to you, here's 100,000 US. Just let this one shipment go through. Ooh, most people are gonna say, what? 100K one time? Where I say, all the way on me broke, and I bust me take come here this morning and don't even know how me I reach home this evening. I have to go boom a ride from somebody or walk. And you know, can't hardly afford to buy lunch on the job. But me I work and I go and hold it. You know, do I forget them, get them past them place there? Me have to go and work and I go and hold it. They are working while my belly hunger, rumble, me can barely even afford food. We forget with people them past that. Because if we can't, somebody can always buy them.
Because I just wanted the guy to know that sometimes we have to also find a way, you know, as you said, if you're like, okay, you're going to get a huge pension and, you know, benefits, then people have second thoughts about losing them.
Yes. Pension and benefits, health care and these things. If I can carry my wife to the doctor or carry my children to the dentist and the doctor when they're sick, and my job provide these kind of incentives plus a decent wage, I'm not risking all that for no, because wife me get found out. If I get found out, me lose all this. My family are going to hurt from this. But we don't provide enough incentive for our people, you know. Most man you say I work at Jamaica, them I work for like it's below. And below everything where you can think of is below.
Because yeah, for real. Because as I said, I know what I can go to Jamaica right now and see a married woman that married and have 5 kids. And if me offer just give me a little bit and me give like a 7 million. She think go against her belief and you know give a little because one can continue your business. And now we can put food on the table.
Hold on there. The crowd now hear you. So you know what? He must say him can go to Jamaica right now and find a married woman. I say we give her a certain amount. I should fling it to her because now she can't take care of the family and put food on the table. I want to tell you something. I was so mad, right? But one white man go Jamaica go try that and videoed it, and the woman never know he was videoing and showed it on social media. But his thing was like, this is how easy women are to get in Jamaica, which was embarrassing for me being a Jamaican, seeing it. You know, him approached the woman and the woman was like, she was standoffish at first. And then he said him just want some. And she was like, we can do a thing still, but because he was offering, you know, money. And him offers, I think he offered like 200 US or something like that. And she said, we can do a thing still. And then, but she said before she have a man. So I said, but what about your man? And she was like, him not for no, we can do a thing still. You know, come and need the money. So, and the woman looked decent, you know. And she looked like a middle-aged woman too. So I was wondering, it wasn't no little young girl who said she wasn't going to do hair and nails or nothing. It was a decent-looking mid-aged woman, looked like she about late 30s, early to mid-40s, them age there. And she ready to get up, and she'll show a picture of her man and everything. So I was like, I was so friggin', I was angry watching it actually. I was so.
And I see how some of these white guys operating.
Yeah.
We want to do it naked and then come inside and do it back from America.
All kind of
stuff. I know you're gonna give your husband a white baby.
Well, can give him worse than that. Can give him a disease that have no cure. That part there.
All right, so I'm going back in the.
All right, manners, bro.
All right.
Boy, it's sticky out there. Like me say, man, poverty is a hell of a thing, you know? Poverty is a hell of a thing. But here what? Yeah, I think Mervyn the Point Jamaica Kerr made a very significant point. And then, you know, the brethren 5 up, 5 below made a super significant point, which both go hand in hand with each other. And this brother right here just reiterated, made that point as well. So we can't have people who are working but suffering at the same time and expect integrity. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
SouFLo, me again real quick.
Yeah, talk to it.
But based on what I call and I just say, I hope I can argument say to when they say why I'm assessing. But anyway.
Yeah, man, but me clear that up already, man.
It's just like the politician and take how much percent raise and they must 100% raise.
Yeah, they give themselves all 300% raise. I want to you.
Right.
Wait. Don't. Stop. Hold on. Me have to say this. Because you say, because me not remember. So when they give themselves 300% raise, right? Raise wages, right? Here, Andrew said we cannot perform our jobs effectively if we are underpaid.
Yo. Right.
So when the people must perform.
And the MP, them are telling us,
yeah.
They can't perform if they're not properly paid.
If they're not properly paid. Yeah.
One thing one police officer was like 6 picnics.
You make a point, brother.
They can't do it.
Yes.
And Mr. Mervyn the point said something in that chat. What we integrate what we said, good pay, strong law.
Yeah.
See, I'm punishment for a miracle law.
Yes.
You understand? And you have to start from the top.
Yes. True.
Because already I said this. Nothing not going to change in Jamaica until we start this on MP go prison.
True.
Until then, everything is just going to be talk.
True.
Sad to say.
But that's all.
But once we start this on minister go prison, while they in a power,
I agree.
after they don't do what they do. While they do what they do, drop them and send them to prison. That's when Jamaica go make a U-turn. Until then, it's all talk.
I agree.
We can just wish and want and wish and want.
I agree.
But until they start crack off, you hit them what you crack off up at top. Nothing going to change.
True talk.
I'm back in our chat again.
All right, bro. True talk. No, we said that before. Even yesterday we were saying, remember the brother we calling, and I said to him, say, you will never see Andrew Holness go prison in Jamaica. All right, that stems along the lines of those. Not just Andrew, because he's at the top, the pinnacle. But you will never see Mark Golding go to prison in Jamaica. You will never see, you name any of their prominent people. Not even the ones that want not even so prominent. From they are associated and aligned with. You not see them going no jail or no prison in Jamaica. But, like the brother just said, once you start to see that happen, that's when you're going to know so them mean business. And that's when things are going to actually start to change in Jamaica. Because people are looking and say, Ross, then if them can say, Mr. Big Man, go to 10 years. No, sir. Me no want no bribe. Me not take no bribe. Hear what? Me I tell. Me see so and so 20 gun come in another one over there, so 40 in the one over there. So anything come around here, me can't go through. Right? But until then, none of them and not even them picnic can go jail in Jamaica. Not true, Audrey? Audrey, I'm not joking. It's not even just them alone. None of them and not even them picnic them can go jail in Jamaica, much less prison. So that tells you a lot. And you are right. And now we have to face reality that if that's what we're waiting on to happen, that look like it will never happen, which means if that is a part of the solution to fixing how all these guns are coming into the country, we're not going to have no solution no time soon. So I guess we get ready to batter upon the minibus of life. Then I guess we have to go just deal with this. How we deal with it, take it as it comes, because we can't change it. You know, Jamaica need, I keep saying this, Jamaica need one good leader that's going to go against the grain. Somebody will actually love Jamaica so much that wants to preserve it in a good way for future generations to come. Just one. We buck the system, just one. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Morning, SouFLo.
Morning, family. What going?
We're good.
Talk to me. Good? Yeah, man, me good. Can't complain at all.
Yeah, me have a question.
Mm-hmm.
The man have said politicians can go prison in Jamaica.
Mm-hmm.
So what am I going to do with the man there where them take go to jail to kill the wife and she lied, didn't lie about it and said she died in her sleep.
Watch your prayer now. Let's watch it. Let's watch it unfold. Now, you know what?
Is he going to get?
Funny you should bring him up. I'm supposed to do an update, and I just saw that he's pushing for bail again. His bail has been denied quite a few times so far. Anyway, you see him not prominent. He's from a prominent family, and he was associated with prominence.
How about all I'm saying when you help him do it? Or help him clean up?
That out. Now you ask the real question. They won't bother with that at all. That already got signed off because Fitz Bailey already made the news conference and said no foul play is suspected on any other person's part except for
You know,
him.
say that's a lie, right?
Well, that's how I tell you. Say, of course, we know a lie.
So you can't remodel a hole
By yourself.
by yourself.
Move out the furniture and then
Go back to
replace them by
Nigeria.
yourself. All right.
Later.
Yeah, them are gonna cover up for who they want to cover up. Him, he would probably be the only one to make such a big blunder. I only remember when Mr. Tony said they just took away this man's gun. Them asked him to surrender his gun to see if his gun has anything to do with his wife's murder. Ballistics testing. Me say, and I came here and I said, now you all know. Unless he is just slow, stupid, that gun they don't have nothing to do with it. And them know it too already. That's why them take the gun. Well, when the story came back from the shout, ballistics testing proved that his personal firearm that was issued to him through FLA was the firearm that was used for taking wife's life. So, but they also showed that it was tampered with. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
So, yeah, man. Yeah, the lady just attack and thing, and yeah, what should I say? Yeah, but as we are Jamaica, we forgot a whole heap of thing, you know. We forgot many years ago, but there was politician on the opposition side where they clap on a youth off and bike and kill the youth. You remember that?
Where you gonna say him get locked up?
He never get locked up. Get locked up where?
Okay. I think you're gonna find the one person where ever get locked up.
No,
okay. Okay. All right, brother.
Yeah.
I think you're gonna pull out one access while you get locked up. Not all. Listen. Okay, so back to Fiend Gun now. What it turns out that what happened was, this is according to their ballistics finding. For who is not gun expert, classes in session. So every gun has like a fingerprint, right? You know your fingerprint different from my fingerprint. Okay. Every gun barrel have them own fingerprint too. That is how they're able to tell if me, you, the old lady stand up on line and fire with gun all three away and hit, and me are the only one who hit the target, kill the person. They can tell that the bullet that killed that individual came from the one I was holding and not the other two. Because every gun have them fingerprint, we call it, right? All right, rifling. Mervyn the Point, Jamaica Cur. Me call it fingerprint. That politician man there had somebody mess up his gun, so the fingerprint wouldn't. So they filled him with so much confidence, like, yeah man, a good man, to work man. Bust this and nobody can trace it. So apparently he believed that and he kept the gun. Because I said, them not going to be able to trace it back to me. Well, Rotted, not only did they trace it back to him, them also trace it back to the fact that it was tampered with and the fact that that is not how it was handed to him when he got it from the FLA. So there you have it. Is he going to prison? We don't know, remains to be seen. He's not a person in position of power. He once was. I'm talking about anybody who is seated. But I wouldn't be surprised if somehow him beat that case the door. I wouldn't be surprised. I can't see how, but I wouldn't be surprised if he did. Right? There's something that they want from Silvera and they're hanging on to him until they get it, says Crystal G. What could that be, Crystal G? What could that be? What could that be? WBSK FM says, very personal, she give up the pums. Land, a land they want from him. Well, you know, I can't speak on that. But what I can say is I would not be surprised if him beat the case here. Even though I can't see how that's going to happen. I've seen other things happen in Jamaica before where I couldn't see how it was going to happen, and it happened. Right. Him never paid them enough if you tamper with it, so them never do. So, Audrey, them do a half job like how he give them half pay. They never scrape out the inside of it properly. Yeah, and they come back to haunt him now. I'm sure whoever MP if you do that, he want find them and slap them off of God's earth. Landon St. Mary, Kaz Robinson says, I don't know enough. I think there's an easier approach to land, taking of land. Listen, I know nothing for somebody that's dash away. Here, pay to Hotfoot, come run up and pepper you up with gunshot, dash away, and then them take the paperwork, because you're no longer here to say, that's not my signature. Them just take all that paperwork and just go bring that somewhere else and have it redone. And yeah, he signed this over to us like 2 years before he passed away. And so tragic to see his passing. You know, them not have to go through the long route of him sitting there and risking him coming out and saying, and the land them want to know, that's why them have me in here and I hold this over my head, but them know so me never do it. I doubt that. I highly doubt that. I don't think I land in St. Mary. That's a bit spinny of the story. I wouldn't risk that. Right? Prime real estate in St. Thomas for building a wharf. The wife owned the land that they wanted to develop, and she said no. I don't know. I'm not buy that story there. I'm not buy. It sounds like it could be. You never know. You never know. I'm just not buying that story. I think what happened between them is okay. So why would he kill her then? If them they want the land and the wife said no, why he kill her? Or are y'all going to say he did not kill her? Somebody took his personal firearm and killed her with it and then framed him with it. And that's what I'm going to say? We'll fry with that story there. Here. The man, this is my personal opinion. The man killed his wife. And I would be more inclined to believe that he killed her on some domestic issue and try to cover it up. I have nothing to do with no frame. Nobody frame him. Who broke into my house, stole my personal firearm, killed my wife with it and put it back? And then made me go along with remodeling the house. Or remodeling the room in which she was killed. The floor tile over. That's what says. The floor was tiled over. The furnitures were moved out and new furnitures were placed in there. And I think they found the old furnitures in the backyard in a storage shed. I don't believe that. Not a soul framing. He murdered his wife. That's my take on it. I don't have anything else to prove that he did except for him personal gun that he never reported stolen. This not look good for him. But like I said, this is Jamaica though. And although he is not a seated politician, prominent member of, he was a part of the People's National Party until this came down the pipeline. And when this come down the pipeline, and when Mark Golden said, you got to go and kick him off a bench, right? But he was on the bench even after she was found dead and all that. So, you know, you might be off the bench, but you probably still have friends in high places who can say, boy, brother, you frig up that one, your man. All right, let's see what we can do for save you. See it? Just sit still for a minute. Make we work on this. You owe it big, you know? You owe it big. What if him a part of any kind of brotherhood and membership and lodge? In do no time. Or they might send him in for a little 1 year, 2 year, tell we say him get 25 years, and 2 years down the road you hear say conviction overturned and he's out on complications from this could go many ways. But watch it unfold. Like I'm gonna watch it unfold. And call 2 unarmed prominent friends immediately after. Mel. Me not buy. If you like him murder him wife. Their streets are saying that he murdered because she gave away the pum to, so we don't know. And he was a very angry man and he did kill him neighbor them dog before. And like one bag of something about him. We weren't there, we don't know which one to believe. The next subject on the list is Vybz Kartel hits the gym ahead of his New York Barclays show. You know them, they said, some people said his recent show in the British Virgin Islands recently, Tortola, some people said that show there, it wasn't a good performance. It's super important, right, to not listen to what people say. You know, so sometimes if you listen to what people say, you don't go places, you know. I can't tell you how many places I have gone and had the time of my life when people did full me head up with, me wouldn't go there so. Or boy, me go there already, you know, me say, me not go back there. And them this and them that and them that. And me go totally different experience, right? The Vybz Kartel performance in Tortola, British Virgin Islands, the other day. I finally got some time and I sat. And I watched the entire performance from beginning to end. You see the part when nothing did I say, that was funny. It helped it to trend. And it was literally a minimal part of the performance that happened there. Like, it was a 2 hour and change performance. For those who are doubting that him can stand up on stage and perform for 2 hours plus, he did that at that. Not only that, I watch everything from beginning to end. I watch when everybody else come on the stage, join in, Aishana, when name the singer, Javinci. I watch the whole thing. It was a good performance. And I especially like how, you see, I love not being a wagonist. And I remember when me telling us dance used to be different for us and we lost that essence. When he used to go dance back in the day, you see, the DJ would have started out the dance with prayer songs. We start it with God and we end it with God. Remember, you know, I misbehave, we come for misbehave, you know. But even in our misbehaving, you know, we put God in the midst of it, you know. Right, because you know, when done your party and then your party get shut up, or you done your party and people are crash and go home and them yard dead, or outside in the parking lot shooting happen. So you want to gear the people their mind already to God from its start. And then we used to build up. And then we build up till we reach the part where then the DJ would tell us a girl segment, no. Badman, gunman segment, no. Right? Everybody get wild, no. Video light, no. Woman them march out, no. Mate to turn up over there, so wife to turn up there, so ray, all these things. Gun finger in the ear. Then you would have gone in the weddy, and the mad song them now. When the dance was winding down again, them would have, then you gone into your Lucianas and your Sweep Over My Soul and your Dennis Brown and your, you know, your Cocoa Tea and your them that kind of song there. And then them would have tell you, say, the dance are going to end soon. Bar are going to lock off. Every man in here when you find a woman yet, you have about 30 minutes to find one. You see, if you turn up in the whole night and you did come to look woman and you get distracted, you know now, say, all right, boom, me have to go. So you start look around. So sometimes you have a virgin who say, boy, me have to go take one for your team tonight. You see big fatty over there. So she look for me all night, but then she me want still, but I go rub up on a woman, because a woman still, right? And we gone divide off in the night, man to woman and thing, and scrub a dub and end the dance. And when it reached the last part of the dance, now this are the Barry Hammond and the Pinchers and them the segment there. This is how the dance are wind down, right? The Barry Salmon and the Pinchers, them and the Ghosts and them kind of man they are sing them part there. And then when we reach the end of the dance now, you're going to hear your Luciana them and you're going to hear those music that will help you to travel safely. Go with God, have a good evening, big up on yourself, get to home safe. I saw Vybz Kartel do him show at Tortola the other day. Start it like that, the same way when I say, start it like that, build it up, got into the girls and the gun segment, slow it back down, get in it, and then evened it out to the end of it where it was God in it again. Started with God, ended with God, but there was that same way. So I sat and watched the whole thing. So I'm glad me never listened to nobody was say, Lord, me don't know him, you want poor performance and blah, blah, blah. I listened to it. Excellent performance. We still can't wrap our head around the fact that the man just did 13 years of prison and he hasn't been out for 1 year yet. The amount of things where him do in a little bit of time when him come out of prison for, you see, majority of our artists haven't done that in their entire careers, who've been doing this for like 10, 15 years, right? He's not been out 1 year yet still. And look what him do already. So yeah, him still a build up himself and you could even see it. And I'll even say this, watching his performance, his physical appearance and his ability to carry a note, to sing continuously, to move around on the stage is a different person from Freedom Street, which tells me that he's only getting stronger. If you go listen to his voice in his performance in Tortola, way stronger than when he did there at Freedom Street. His physical appearance, in movement on the stage, way different. He's way more in shape now than then, which tells me that it's only going to get better and better. Yesterday, I watched a video. It come down my timeline. It said Vybz Kartel hits the gym before his big show in New York. I said, I have to talk about this car. I said, Kartel like a walk on the treadmill or something. The first time I see the man run. And I said, Ross, him can run. I first see him run on the treadmill. And I'm like, yo, he is really getting in shape. He's really getting in shape, man. He's coming back. People still are forgetting 13 years in that hellhole there. It would have taken some people 13 years to come back to normal, to nothing like normal. And you got to remember also, time don't wait for nobody. So he's 13 years older than when he went in also. See, on top of that, battling health issues, etc., etc. But health issues aside, that Tortola performance didn't say nothing about no health issues. If him did go up there and perform at the first time me did ever see him perform, me wouldn't know him did have health issues. So he's looking good out there now, man. Big up to him for that now. The big talk of the town is that Kartel has not returned to Jamaica since him get the US visa. So since he get the US visa, he took off. And it look like him now come back. So a whole heap of people have said, but hold on there. It's like him now return to the island star. You know? Following his performance at Black on Black in Tortola, British Virgin Islands, big up to Yard Hype. On March 15th, Vybz Kartel is back in the United States and hit the gym ahead of his New York show. Tortola, back to America. He went somewhere else, back to America. Him go England, back to America. Him did go out to California for the Grammys, back to Florida. So obviously he's stationed in Florida. Him have somewhere stationed. If you watch him video them and follow him, you will see at the same place he must stay. Right? The artist took a social media, to social media on Tuesday to show his workout session. Kartel commenced his fitness journey after he was released from prison last year and used social media to showcase his preparations in the gym ahead of his Freedom Street concert. If you see him at the gym now, he looks much different. Like I said, I never did know say he could have run. Because I never see the man run before like that, but he was running on the treadmill. A lot of us in here are out of shape, Noras. And if I put you on the treadmill, you probably won't be running like that. However, the artist is super busy right now, fully booked up. He actually put up a post that said something about 2 months in the US, stacking up these millions. Stacking up these millions. Me say, yeah. In addition to producer Linton TJ White, Vybz Kartel was also joined by producer and party promoter Scatter Burrell. You know, Scatter him work out all the time. Caption in the post, Kartel wrote, Day 1, Kim session. Because I'm not say gym. Them say wife in the gym. Kim session, them call it a woman name. It's a Jamaican thing. See? You can't tell Jamaican man them, boy, you go work out around a gym. No, you go work out a Kim. We don't work out with Jim around at gym. You know that go already. All right. He said, Day 1 in the Kim session, USA, with the USA flag, fully focused on God, family, money, and me. God is the greatest. Hashtag positive energy around here. Now, in a separate post in which he also expressed that he's staying focused, Kartel gave a better look at the Range Rover that he drove to the Kim gym that day. And he said, not even 2 months in America, stacking up these millions. Stay focused. God is the greatest. Then Kartel stand in front of this short video clip on his Instagram stories. You can go to his Instagram stories, follow them, and see what I'm talking about. His performance at Reggae Fest in New York City is scheduled for April 11th at the Barclays Center. His concert in New York will be his first performance in the United States of America for, in 20 years. The talk about him not coming back to Jamaica, me say, remember, I know him have seen them with him already. So it's not like, and for the haters, them who were like, oh, him left see them at Jamaica for feed the dog, them kind he get some, I think some Rottweiler puppy them up in yard. And I said, damn, those dogs are going to grow big really quickly. The people them did a max to them and I said, him fly out gone and left to them for tend to the dog them. No man can treat me so. Me have to fly with him too. See them now make no night badar apparently. Well, he has seen them in the US with him. Me see him in a one time post them the same yard when they're Florida. His grandson with him. I saw his 2 sons with him. And me also see yesterday his mother. And he said, Mommy fly in. So mommy dede, he basically have everybody around him. It don't look like him really plans to go back to Jamaica no time soon. But here's the thing. Before Kartel even came out, remember, a lot of us were saying, yo, me just want him Lego Jamaica for a minute. I specifically said, I want him to Lego Jamaica. The people them that were saying them want him to leave Jamaica, period. I said, Kartel is not going to do that. Him on that type of Jamaican there. But me want to see him Lego Jamaica for a while though. Left it and go see the world. Because the world's been waiting on him. Remember, I know Vybz Kartel got incarcerated at the height of his career. Like, when you have buck the top and you're just about to shoot off in the stratosphere, take this thing to a whole next level, them clamp it. I said the world want to see him leave. Not even... What is in Jamaica for Kartel right now? Well, am I going to do shows in different parishes? He done did that already. That was in his coming up journey. And that was in his years when, him did a beat road hard. Not to say he has outgrown Jamaica. People take this personal when you say it. But sometimes an artist has transcended. They've outgrown that little space. Yes, that's where we come from. Yes, we honor the rock. But the world have to see we. So we have to do road. So I wanted him to leave so bad. And when him get the visa yesterday and him reach, I was like, I hope him don't like reach out. and just say, yeah, me get my visa, me there foreign, and go to the Grammys and go back to Jamaica. And I was like, please don't go back to Jamaica yet. Go somewhere else. Do something else. And boom, England, back to Florida again. Boom. So now I'm like, yeah, do something else, do something else. And now I feel good. Said 2 months run off already, and I'm not reached back a yard yet. The house is there. He ain't going nowhere. He gonna be back at the house. Somebody asked yesterday, I wonder who did they keep the house clean and feed the dog them and them something there. That's at the lease. In Jamaica, that's the lease. You know, housekeeper, property person who upkeep your property and something. That's the lease. That's creating jobs for other Jamaicans as well. I mean, take care of cartel property. You know, I mean, cut the grass and prune up the yard and the shrubberies and do this and that. Trim the tree them and clean the pool and take out the leaf them out there and whatever when he's not here. That's a full-time job for somebody else. His place will be just fine when him reach back there. And he has multiple homes in Jamaica too. But me know said that one day when rest him head mainly will be fine when him reach back there. I just don't want to see him go back to Jamaica no time soon. No time soon. I want to see him do other places. And what I'm hearing is a summer US tour is in the works. The US has 50 states. A tour that starts in the summer. That's going to be a beautiful thing. They've been waiting for it. I'll be going, says Naya TV Lifestyle. You going? A tour that kick off in the summer, US tour. I'll make it a real US tour. Not like, you know, some artists where, I see some artists go to Canada and do 2 shows. And they come back to Jamaica and say, my Canadian tour. I was on tour in Canada. That's not tour that. You're going to do 2 shows in Canada. They come to the US and they do like 3 shows, right? 1 in one state, them travel to the next state over, drive, go there, and do 2 hole in the wall, something, and then go back to Jamaica and say, we just come back from the US after we US tour. And not tour that. For artists of Kartel's magnitude, I want to see why US tour. You know, like how Buju Banton did that do? Go through the states, them. Different, same thing like that. That's going to take him a while to finish. Freedom Street in Europe. May I get to that, Naisha? I'm getting to it, but thank you for putting it up there. And then the Freedom Street. Go on the move with the Freedom Street. Remember, he said it though. Joe Bogdanovich said it, and he said it, that they're taking the show on the road. And on the road, they mean overseas. If you've seen Popcorn Unruly Fest in the UK, you should know that Vybz Kartel stuff in Europe is going to be super successful already. So Malta is their first stop for the European tour. It's just, I just want to say nothing but good happen for him, man. Because I honestly believe that this is the person who could have taken our genre of music, dancehall, to a whole nother level. Remember when I keep on, I said to him, I said, somebody has to set the precedence, right? So if all of us from the Caribbean command $20,000 show, $30,000, $50,000 show, then pretty much most people out of our group at $10,000, they might come make, you know, a $5,000, you know. There are dancehall artists up here who are doing shows for $2,500 and $3,000. I'm not calling no name. I just know what I know, but I'm not saying nothing. And a lot of people think that they're here performing for $60,000, $100,000 a show when it's not so. I want to see my people win to the point where our top earners should be collecting hundreds of thousands of dollars for their time and their performance. I just feel like the Kartel of the person, along with everybody else that is in his surrounding or associated with him. Another thing I said that's coming to pass is this. Remember when I said everybody who have a little buzz right now, go and enjoy your buzz, because when him get free, if you're not associated with him, you not gonna have no buzz. Your bookings are gonna dry up. Because the people that are tired of see you already know. And you don't really have no catalog or nothing like that. And this is who they've been waiting to see. And I true him never there. why them did see in the first place, right? Remember when I said that? Look what we're doing now. Not to say that the other artists them ain't doing anything, because they are. Enough respect to them. But the buzz dry up. Remember, I know before Kartel came out, come on, drag your memory. Before Kartel came out, there was about 10 artists who did at the road, and they were everywhere, all over social media, every day. Yeah, very buzzy. What happened? Where them gone? Where them gone? A giant came home. That's what happened. A giant came home. He's one of them guys that where when him step in the room, him like take all of the oxygen from the room, and that gone in that dancehall space there. Yeah. So now everybody is looking like, yeah, we want to book you, but who we really want to book still is actually World Boss. You know, it is what it is. And if you don't believe my words, just check who is out there that's actually up here. So they're associated with him in some way. Either him send them go a road in the first place, or they're still working with him now. I saw that coming. Life is life. We don't have control of some parts of our life. Wishing everyone the best always, BM says. Absolutely. Jerome Pearson, Michelle Taylor, RN, Blessed Morning Family says, Marie's message 411 TV. Yeah, so we didn't want Vybz Kartel left Jamaica already. So the people them we are saying now will come back to Jamaica no time soon. That's exactly what we want. We don't want him back in Jamaica no time soon. Jamaican people them hate to say it, but Kartel gets a lot of love in Jamaica, but him get a lot of hate too. And we the kind of people where we always try to make with star them feel regular. I don't know why we do that though, because star a star. Star is a star. And a star that has earned it, you have to respect that journey there. You know what I mean? But how our thing go, everybody in Jamaica is a star. Oh, him? I don't know what for nobody. Him a star, me a star too. And what ends up happening is when you go to the show them don't look like how them looking at Europe. You know, you got to show them everybody turn up. So every now and then you see a sprinkle of a few people do a 1-2 something like so, or yo bow, yo run that back on it, or sing along for 2 minutes. Majority of the people them, you're like, yo, you're in the presence of greatness and enjoy yourself this evening. Why you turn up there so? If this how I'm gonna go to a concert and do this, I'm not going. I can't stay home and do that. Right? So we do that. Watch all our artists them. The ones them where can perform good. Watch Popcorn when Popcorn perform in Europe. Watch Kartel when Kartel perform outside of Jamaica. You name an artist. I could name Idonia. Watch Idonia when he perform at Jamaica versus when he perform some other places. Yeah, them just stand up on mean mug and then barely give a one forward if they ever do. And then everybody turns a critic. Everybody stands up like it's their job to critique. Yeah, well, great goodies. Messi or something else. Messi is a white man from Europe, and you know them done idolize. So for Messi, they were out their seats. They were cheering even when him score against we. I still can't get over that, Ross. I was so friggin' angry. Me vex, you know? Yo, me vex. I'm not vex with a V. I'm vex with a Ross B. Me vex. When me see them cheer the man, when the man score against we and them say, yes! Goal! I got it up! Me say, them people I realize that the man they just score against we or what? I don't give a damn who he is. You are playing against us on our home turf. Even if you are the best footballer in the world, and me know that I'm a fanatic fan. Me have to go cheer for you after the competition done, or when me did greet you before. Matter of fact, me not cheer for you before it start because me no want give you no strength to go beat with. Them man them cheer out of their seat. All the woman them a talk about watch wink, watch a wink. All the man a do a winky eye, you know. Watch a wink. Why? Why? Did they realize that this man come for competition against you or what? I hate that. I hated that so much. Yeah. But we cheer for foreign people and for strangers though. But when time for we start them roll out, sure. After time I don't know nobody. Him a star, me a star too. That's something wrong with it. Something wrong with it. Other people can be stars. Few people mustn't be stars. Them in my regular somebody. Yeah, and peel banana just like how me peel it. And probably name the same thing when me eat this morning. Where now? I can't starfish, green banana, I see him shit me now, so you're not special. Regular somebody. If me not pay him all my money if you go say that. SouFLo ask the people to like up the live. It's 1,500 watching. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Yeah, Flo.
Yeah,
So Flo, what's the difference with when you're vexed with a V and a Bex with a B?
Aye, son. Me know say you know, but we have to go tell the people them. We have to go tell the people that when you vex with a V, you're stush vex. You understand? You're reserved with your vexness. When you vex with a bumbo this and ras that a cause you're extra vex. You're vex. You know, you're angered.
Yeah, man. Your kids them know say when you're vex,
yeah,
everybody still die. Oh,
everybody go so. And Jamaican people that tell you what's going on, they just say go so. You have to find which part so there, you know. When you hear go so, just find which part so there and go there, here.
But yeah, man. So I'm glad you watched the show because me hear you explain to your Vybz Kartel performance and you keep on referring to his performance.
Yes, and it's you why me do it. It's you why I did
it. The haters are out saying Vybz Kartel can't perform. And like say, you know, is there a different naming for performance? Because we see him interact with the crowd. We see him all trick them, make them sing, yeah. And you hear him say, on the pussy big and the girl them say, yeah.
Yeah, and put comedy into it, entertainment into it. He was relaxed on the stage, like that's where he belong. Like everything was good about it. I have no complaints about it. And I'm glad that I actually sat and watched the entire thing. And I'm glad that I held my opinion until I sat and watched the entire thing. Yeah.
Yes, because it's like people value your opinion.
Yeah, and it's very important, Papa. So you know me stay already though. If it's never good, you know me would have to say never good, but me wouldn't say so many words then because I can't tell still. So and I'm kind of biased and I'm honest, but me still would have to say, you know, whole heap of improvement. We have to find some nice words. We say like whole heap of improvement need to be done. You know, but remember say him did there prison for how long and him sick and all kind of something like. But I don't have to find no excuses. I encourage everybody to go watch it. Me feel like me did there at the show actually.
Yeah, it was a wonderful show. And also the Jamaica thing. I believe that Kartel did say the immigration officer gave him some good words of encouragement. And we just have a strong feeling this kind of thing away from Jamaica had something to do with that also.
You have the paperwork now. Go see the world.
Yeah.
The world is see you. Go see the world.
And we see the drama because one of the things is that even the Lisa Hype drama, if he was in Jamaica, they would then crucify him more. So the best thing to stay away and just keep on making money and just make moves. That's better for the culture at the genre and just stay out of trouble.
All right, I can tell you something about that part there now with the Lisa Hype part.
Yeah.
Watching the show in Tortola, the whole time my mind did a run pan like, damn, I wish Lisa Hype did there. And she run out on the stage. My mom want to know, I'm going to do it like that. Quint up the something pan it like that. Why you feel ramp rough with me? Me said me did a wait pan it, but me know she not there, you know. And I thought it would have been so fitting for her to be there, you know, and she just wasn't there. I would love to see her be a part of him moving around the world. She deserved that. Him moving around the world, but you can't tell a man how to do them business, you know. But I love to see her be a part of that, though.
Do you think she put her part to suicide actually?
No, I think she was going through something. And those who love her and care for her will understand or seek to understand how that's something that what she did go through, how that actually manifests itself. Because once you understand it, you know, you're no longer mad at the person, you know. But you see, if you don't understand it or don't seek to understand how that thing works, then you will let yourself, you know, and your ego and whatever else tell you, say, she could have controlled herself better than that, yeah, man. This she shouldn't say, that she shouldn't say. People will love you, them are going to say, boy, me love him, you know, but sometimes when he head chip, you know, say he have bipolar disorder, when he not on the medication, master, all me him cuss, he say all kind of sitting by me, but me not hold against him, you know. People who love you, I saw them are going to see it, but people right.
I observe social media, and I've seen persons beat or said, the bad man and red guy, but after they realize that it's a fitness,
right,
and then I see those people recant their faith because now they understand that she had something that's going on.
Yes. So and it's opening the eyes of others. You see that, right?
Yeah, man.
Yes.
And so this thing where some of these artists who love talk about say tour. Some of them used to come to America and go at backyard barbecue.
Yeah.
And go at baby shower. I thought. And the food with because
but not laughing because here what work is work here, something. but
do you go a baby shower?
Yeah, you do a baby shower and a birthday party in a 50-person ballroom and say you was in America on tour.
And cock up the intending of our Winfred, I'm sure.
Yeah. Fresh from foreign, half a tour.
Yeah, oh. So you know what? I social media, what's up them thing, you know?
Because everybody can see.
Yeah, everybody can see now. That mess up the artist. Like.
Yeah, if just do a backyard barbecue and a baby shower.
Alright, bye-bye.
Yeah, big up yourself, bro. Yeah, they're all not easy, you know. Hey, yeah, man. Kata Empress, what you say? You was looking to see Lisa Hyper too, right? Yeah, who else say it? Naya TV, it's okay. I never thought about that. Let me see. There was a comment here that says, okay, SouFlo, you have to remember some people have to try to tear him down and try to put him in a bad spotlight. So no one wants to see him. So they're trying hard to make people dislike him. Well, them can't stop trying. One thing we learn about life is this. You say who was chosen for what? No matter how you try fight them, all one time them bad. God did choose them for that. So you have to go watch them be bad and be great at the same time until them top bad and still greater. I'm just saying that's how life work. You know what I mean? So all when you try fight a man out of what is his, you could never fight. Me can't fight nobody here out of what God said is yours. No matter what me do. No matter how much rumors we spread, twist story, nothing. See? Live on the air with SouFlo. Good morning.
Morning.
Morning, family. What going?
Me there, man. When you score the goal, you know that what you call the faulty thing in a football, because you know football, you don't know for the ball round. So they thought he scored it in our net, which the goal would have been ours. So that's why they changed. That's all I can say.
Boy.
I
lie. I that me did not think to first. You see how you makes me just know.
No, but that's all I could thought because remember, I think it was a Colombia who in one of the World Cup and he had that ball and went to the
but them kill him.
You know what meet it on the plane when you reach home. So
yeah.
You don't need to spell it. That's all I can think.
Boy, all right. She said the only thing she could think of why them did a score, why them did a scream like that when Messi scored against it. Them think him did score in a Fiwi goal. So that I did Fiwi points that. Yeah, man. So hating against somebody who was chosen for something. Remember, I know you can't look upon something like that and say, me could have do that too. You could have do what? You could have write Rampage Shop. You could have write all them other hits that when this money I write from God know when years back until now. You couldn't be him. You probably couldn't survive them 13 years without mad out back at them prison wall. Like I must think Jamaica prison nice, right? That's just their journey. So the good go with the bad. Me not have no hate for nobody, man. I don't even have nothing bad to say. I have never done a show where I wished any of our people bad. Oh, me no want that. Me can't stand him, me say. I don't like when him do this. I don't like that. I've never done that. I will give constructive criticism down to the T. Like, I don't know about that production there. That don't sound good. Them need a better producer upon it. I like the lyrics to the song though. So I always balance it with some positive. You know? I don't know why some people feel like as a grown person it's okay to just tear down other people all the way down. SouFLo, I respect you for showing compassion towards Lisa because most people wanted to overthrow her and wanted Vybz Kartel to also do it. Big up for that. Yo, big up yourself. And yo, you know what? When we show compassion to Lisa, it's because I'm a brother. And God do everything in your life for a reason. I know that now. I'm still trying to make sense of how my brother life ended and how him did I go through the same something them we did there right so I never see and couldn't understand it, right? So seeing somebody else now, me not gonna wait till anything happen and then everybody are gonna be like, oh God, you know, say did I try to reach out for help? Oh my gosh, you know, so we did beat her too bad. Remember the actor Boseman, Black Panther? Yeah, remember Black Panther actor? When him did I lose all that weight and him did got, didn't you see? And it wasn't white people, it was black people, and it's always black people. This motherfucker must have AIDS. Pardon my language. Won't cuss again. This MF must have AIDS. Oh, I bet he clapping all them bitches behind his girl. He's sick. Something wrong with him. He looked like Chadwick Boseman. That man was in the fight of his life and just didn't say it. And even playing back now, when they were given an award at an award show where in Big Up, he said there wouldn't be any Black Panther without Denzel Washington. I want you to go watch that speech because he said, them said something about 2 years from now. And he said, I probably won't be around then. Shoops, went over everybody's head. Shoops, nobody caught it. I probably won't be around then. Yesterday, or day before yesterday, somebody played it back, and I caught it. And I was like, damn, he knew. Do you know what it feels like to be dying? Do you know what it feels like to be absolutely sure you're dead in a slow motion? And wake up and get in a car accident and dead. You're dying in slow motion. And all your money you have and all your connections you have and all the good experts and all of them, I tell you the same thing. Your money can't save you. Nothing can fix this. None of us could do anything for you. That must be terrifying. And to put on a brave face and come in front of people every day and still wish them good and still smile and still try to bring joy to other people's life. Life is life, man. And the whole of it out here, I go through life. Some people love act like them now and go through this too. And nothing can happen to them too. So Lisa's situation for me, especially being a fan. And yes, I'm a big fan of Lisa Hype. Like, go back and look on the channel. You will see. And me said, give Lisa her flowers. Me sit down right before me two computer them and pull down about 18 Lisa Hype videos and lay them out in an editor and took my time to chop out enough of it to not get a copyright infringement, but allow, and then do my voiceover and give her praise and everything. She been in the game for a while. She came up in the game. She paid her dues. She more than paid her dues. She got through public humiliation and then she chip off when you could see when her mental stuff kicked in and started experiencing that. That must be scary as hell, especially the first time when you have to come to grips realizing, say, you know, work like other people. Because in a Jamaica, them are going to say, I'm mad, yeah, mad out, my girl. Ross, she mad for true. I'll be her, you know. You know, so she over there lose her mind, dog. She mad, gone, mad, tearing mad. And you have to live with them stigma there. Right? She been around, man, and she been around making music constantly, consistently. I even felt guilty because I was like, damn, while I was trying to do the tribute to Lisa Hyper, I didn't realize that she had put out so much work recently. I'm talking about good songs, high quality, well shot videos. Go look it up. I mean, I said, damn, you call yourself a fan, brother. You miss them, yeah? You miss, maybe because she's a woman, and a lot of the song that she was doing is more like from a woman's perspective, you know, because me can't sing out them the song they load out the road, you know, them will whine me to death. But I just love her consistency. I love her artistry. I love her talent. And she been this. And she been the only girl really was stand up over there so for the longest. So big up to Lisa. Lisa deserve it, man. So now that Kartel move around all over the place, Lisa deserve it. She have her papers. Mr. She fly in America and fly back out regular. So she obviously have her papers to be here. She deserve it. If I'm gonna do a show over here, she deserve to be there. And yes, my mind the whole time I watch it, I say good performance. I wait for the part where Lisa come out. I didn't expect to see Aishana come out. I didn't. I expected to see Lisa come out. But me know that she wasn't gonna be there. Yeah. My mom wants to know how me do it like that. Quint up the something on it like that. But why you fair and rough with me? Yeah. And man, her and Kartel have bangers together. They do. Hard Drive is a bop all summer long. The true Kartel Empress, a bad girl, man, when it comes to her artistry, man. She deserve everything good will come out of it. Yeah. And I would encourage Jamaican women to uplift. One thing we notice is this. I hate to say it, but nobody tear down black woman like black woman, boy. Me mama. When I sit down there and talk about how it's rough out here for black women and black women get a lot of hate, they sure the hell do from other black women. Yeah, but be one man yet and go try uplift for a black woman or one comment section, one part. All the thing you see over there is, girl, I don't know who did her hair, but her hairdresser need to be shot. Is that her tracks that's showing? That's a effed up weave she got on her head. All the money she making, she couldn't get a good hairstylist. Then not say nothing about the person talent. Then not say nothing about what the person bring to the table, them aura. Nothing. It's about the shoes, boot, heel, lean. The body look like sitting wrong with it. She either need a BBL because she flat, or somebody frig up her BBL so it look like when pillow washing her laundry and come out. You ever wash a pillow in her laundry and the pillow come out, everything bunch up in it? Yeah, them are talk about her cellulite, them are talk about, and it's other black women. It's other black women. So I would encourage my sisters to uplift each other. Uplift each other. Because we don't get enough fight as it is. So we don't need to fight them each other either. Every black woman, not only because you're a black woman, you're a woman will bring life into the world. So you should be seeking to understand what going on with Lisa. So God forbid you have a youth and you see your youth start go through them something that you have an understanding of what is going on with your youth. Yeah, that part. But big up to Lisa Hyper any which part today. Last update I heard was from her family. They said that she's doing well. You know, she under her meds and she is rehabbing and she is coming around. So hope and pray nothing but healing for her, and she can get back to this thing, which is her passion, obviously, as soon as possible. Me don't know Lisa Faye have no job nowhere. She been a musician like from she really young till now. Big woman, mid-30s now, so that's her passion. You know, I want to see her get back to it, man. And I want Vybz Kartel to be a shining example of compassion and forgiveness and family. You understand? Me don't know how that going to work out with see them though. Cause all my wife said, Shakira said, I don't know if after having a past, a history like Kartel and Lisa, if you know, my, for lack of better word, could have suddenly just be a friend. I don't know. And then when I head take her and she says certain things, me I go get triggered because me not gonna feel, me know me my wife would I get triggered, should I feel like I true she a tell cause them something that did happen before, so I probably should just tell me so them happen again. And it's a sensitive area. But Kartel a big man. And that is his seas to navigate. You know, all I'm saying is don't dump her and turn your back on her. That's all me I say. Don't dump her and turn your back on her. She need you. And friends don't leave friends when they need them the most. Not no so. Right? Right. A feel-good story. 2 feel-good stories. One of them is about Rihanna out of Barbados. Riri was in Barbados recently, and you know she's in Barbados to celebrate her newest Fenty X Puma collection. You wanna know, so Rihanna turned billionaire off. Oh, that feel heavy just to say. She turned billionaire. She didn't turn billionaire off music. She turned billionaire off her fashion line. Talk about being blessed. But for those who don't know it, here's a little Caribbean girl. Come, Mr. DJ, come on the replay. Mr. DJ, won't you turn the music up? We've been following Riri since then. Yeah, till now. Big woman, mother of 2. These kind of things. Billionaire. She made Forbes billionaires list last year. I said this, and of course it was somebody from Jamaica who I thought about should never make no billionaires list. You know, always put out false information. Go and check. She made the billionaires list. Matter of fact, they featured her as the youngest self-made billionaire in American history. Rihanna, little girl from one of the Caribbean island them. Okay, so that right there alone, I call that super motivation for Caribbean women. It's super motivation for Caribbean people, period. Come on, foreign, see the opportunity them, find them, exploit them. Don't come here, come waste your time. You can make great things happen. Yeah, you might not become a billionaire, but what is to stop you? You can't reach millions or 100,000 a year or something like that a year, but you can achieve great things. See? And these people lead out and show us these things, so follow suit. I'm sure, though, Caribbean girl is inspiring to a whole lot of other little girls growing up in the Caribbean. You know, when you grow up in the Caribbean, you feel like foreign is so far away. And you used to see plane fly over and you say, one day, I'm going to depend one of them plane there too, you know. You remember? You say, one day, I'm going to depend one of them plane there too, you know. It's them little girls we talking about, you know. The one them where they're in the Caribbean and go through them trials and tribulations and are just going through their growings. Rihanna. So Riri is over in the Barbados there, do her thing to showcase her new Fenty / Puma collection. I want to say how many times Milani come in here and we do her during morning talks, we do our, what you call it now, our dress up session where we show which outfit check, right? We do our outfit check. You see how much time she kick up a pair of Pumas, and you see how many times I've said that Pumas has been a staple in our culture for quite some time. And they've been great supporters of our athletics in the Caribbean for quite some time, especially in Jamaica for quite some time, right? Okay, well, here goes a Caribbean girl who is now a billionaire in US dollars. Brings it back home to her Caribbean island. Yo, big things this, you know? This is something to show off about, man. I remember one time, what's your name, that was doing she did a song with Mavado, Nicki Minaj. And in the song, the one line that caught me was when she said, Caribbean girls run it, ask Riri. I didn't think too much about it until one day I sit down now. You know, my mind go places sometimes. So I wonder, I said, Caribbean girls run it, ask Riri. And I was like, damn. At the top of the food chain, it was all Caribbean girls. Now, for the people them who like to do them foundational Black American this, and y'all like to come here and eat off our backs that, this ain't the conversation for you because you might feel jealousy bubbling up. But when she said that, and I looked at the top of the food chain, was all Caribbean girls, for real. So when she said Caribbean girls run it, ask Riri, I thought, damn, that's a lot to be motivated about. See? I'm put that out there so you can go support brands that support you as well, right? Fenty, Puma, now in collaboration. So Rihanna returned home. The superstar musician and entrepreneur has traveled to her native country of Barbados to celebrate her latest Fenty X Puma collection, which is set to be released on Thursday at 10 a.m. That's today. That was an hour ago, Eastern time. Ahead of the much anticipated drop, Fenty X Puma set up a celebration on the Caribbean island, which inspires the brighter, summery colors showcased in the new collection. The colors are popping. They look very Caribbean-y. I see Caribbean all over it, right? Rihanna commanded attention at the kickoff celebration in a uniquely layered mint outfit, green ensemble, rounded by a pair of her new Avanti LS sneakers, a cleat-inspired shoe with fold-over tongue, all these kind of things. You just can't go look it up. Just look up, Google. I'm not going to give you the whole, just Google Rihanna Fenty X Puma. You know, some people there, you try to prove to everybody, say you was in fire. They say Poomer. Mummer, where is my pooper? Poomer. What is that you have on your feet? Poomer. Yeah, so let me just say a big up yourself. Now to Rihanna. Rihanna don't need my big up. But we just want to, she's a part of the Caribbean family. So I just want to point that out there so we can continue to big up for the people then. Right? Now, this brother right here is an inspiration. A former KC athlete, Chadwayne Walker, hangs up his cleats or hangs up his spikes to become district attorney in the US. Less than 10 minutes now before I go into this. I'm a person that have to correct my thoughts before I go forward if y'all don't notice it, because if I'm speaking to you and there's something that my mind is saying, you should have said this first, it's going to interrupt everything I have to say until I say it and get it out the way. So let me repeat. Him used to go at KC. Every time I hear KC, it reminds me of the young man who lost his life and how Paula Llewellyn them purposely dashed with a case there. So there was no justice for Kajil Mace. I look at this young man and I'm thinking Kajil Mace could have been this young man right here. When the youth them don't get killed off early, their potential is limitless. So less than 10 years after graduating high school, Chadwayne Walker a decorated former Kingston College track athlete, traded his spikes for a briefcase and a career as a district attorney in Kansas City, United States of America. Less than 10. Walker attended KC until 2015, when he graduated, and then he was awarded a full-ride scholarship to the University of Missouri, Kansas City. So I'm run track in Jamaica, and an American school offered him a full-ride scholarship from Jamaica. Then he was only 19 years old, and he was eager. So he journeyed to the US-based institution with the goal of becoming an attorney, a dream that he had harbored since childhood days. And his father, Clive Walker, is also an attorney. Your children emulate, and it's important to have a father there. Now, through his talent on the field, Walker was able to secure multiple scholarships to attain his dream of arguing in a courtroom. He didn't go to college on a scholarship saying, I want to be a professional runner like Usain or any of the others. He went to college saying, I'm going to use this to pay for law school. He obtained a doctorate in law, in addition to a bachelor's and a master's degree in criminology at Missouri-based university. Walker also told in his recent interview with the Gleaner that he was the first Black president of the UMKC School of Law. Speaking last week in his interview that he did with the Gleaner, he reflected on his journey since he last competed in ISAA Grace Kennedy Boys and Girls Championship. Great things coming out of Jamaica. Greatness is there in Jamaica, and great things are being done overseas by Jamaicans. He explained how the decision to accept the offer from a US-based school, UMKC, was primarily made based on the availability of a law school that was on its campus, mapping his way. Though he was accepting a sporting scholarship, the youngster used the opportunity to look beyond the track and towards a fulfilling career. He said, I was being sought after by a few schools, big schools, medium schools, and small schools. The bigger schools, the money that they were offering, it was a lot less because, of course, they are more recognized and they have access to a lot of talent. But when I noticed one of the schools I got an offer from gave me a full ride scholarship, right? That means everything paid for, room and board, tuition, meals, and everything. Tuition, along with room and board. And then on top of that, I would have been one of their top athletes. Immediately, I could tell that I would be appreciated if I went there. So based on that offer that I received and the talents that they had, I took it. Walker continued. He said on top of that, they had a law school, right? And for me, I always knew I wanted to be a lawyer. So any offer that I took, they would have to have a law school with it. So I received that offer and I went to UMKC in 2015. The student athlete university career saw him competing in the 100 and 200 meter races and their respective relay events. However, when the COVID-19 pandemic hit in 2020, it placed a damper on this. Walker said that this prompted the school administration to then offer him another scholarship for his master's degree. I was on the 100 meter school record holder. I won numerous championships. I built a reputation as a good athlete, but also a good student. When you're in the States, you only get to compete for 4 years. But COVID came, and that would have been my last year. The program was suspended, and my school was trying to figure out a way that they could keep me around since they were since there were no competitions, they kept me around and they paid for my master's degree. I graduated with my master's degree in 2020, and I started law school in January of 2021. Walker pointed out that his doctorate in law was also sponsored by the school. You see what track and field do him? Carry him go? Running, you know? Of course, he had to have the wherewithal to go through it, but running and his passion for running. However, this time he said he was able to receive an academic scholarship based on his ineligibility as a collegiate athlete. Joking that this was now his first time as a regular student, Walker said that he sought after activities to fill the gap that track and field had left. Walker's next side mission came after he decided to become the first black president of his law school. Hurrah, Tid. Now, in achieving this goal, the former KC athlete also became the first Jamaican president of the UMKC Law School. My school had a year group photo across the campus, so you were able to see each graduating class since the school was established. And the president of the law school, they are usually in the middle, next to the dean of the law school. I realized that I wasn't seeing any presidents who were black. By then, track and field was done. I was just a regular student, and I've never really been a regular student before. I have always been doing sports. But now, sports is in the past. I'm getting older and a lot slower. So I was wondering what I could do to occupy my time and still make a difference. So I became the first black president of that law school. Yo, that's how I feel good to see. Sure. Meanwhile, Walker credited the dedication and guidance from his parents for his perseverance through his studies. The former athlete said in his interview that he was never the smartest guy in the class. So now listen, he was never the smartest guy in the room. But his parents did not accept mediocrity from any of their three children. I repeated the 6th grade actually. When I got to KC, you say on a picnic out there, it doesn't end there. Sometimes you repeat a grade, you know, mean say you're the dumbest and you're not gonna make it and go nowhere. Inspiration. I repeated the 6th grade. When I got to KC and I reached the 7th grade, I was getting grades in the 40s and 50s and some 60s. I think by the time I got to grade 9 and you had selected subjects for the 10th grade, I kind of pieced it together and then my grades started getting better. I think by the time I got to law school, I was among the smartest people in the room. But at first, it was definitely a struggle, he said. Although he's proud of his achievements as a decorated student athlete, both locally, which is in Jamaica, and in Kansas City in the US, Walker is also encouraging youngsters to look beyond the track as he did. Track and field doesn't last forever. And I think as Jamaicans, we're blessed to have the ISSA Boys and Girls Championship that allows us to get viewed by overseas universities. He's only 29 years old now, by the way. U.S. District Attorney, 29 years old. I think we should continue to take advantage of those things, but at the same time, track and field doesn't last forever. You need to remember that. And there can only be so many Olympians as well. You need to remember that too. When track and field is done, ensure that you have something to show for your hard work. And the safest thing is an education. Nobody can take that away from you. With that said, I'm proud. I feel like say me do it. I love to see us win. I especially love to see us. I love to see us winning in Jamaica. Okay. But I love to see us when time we outside our country and do some big something. Not true? first black president of the law school. My foundational black Americans, the ones them who are caught up in this foundational stuff, and you are not us, and we are not you, and we are divided. You notice him is an immigrant though. You notice him never take nobody job though. You notice that he created a path for himself though. That is what a lot of us come here and do, right? Stand on that example. That's what him think. All right. Back then, him brain cells just never start fire off yet. That's all, says Audrey. Yep. And shout out to his parents for being persistent and for encouraging him. Because you know, some parents, you know, them start beat down them picnic from the picnic reach 6. They must say, hey, him not too bright. Something, me don't know. Because the picnic not reading like how other 6-year-olds are reading, not doing math like how other 10-year-olds are doing math. Them start tell everybody say them picnic slow. Or he head tough, you see. Or me don't know, you know, my daughter smart, but you see my son, me don't know your man head tough like him papa. Like he get it together. Me think saying kinda. So maybe him figure play ball or run or something, cause academics are not feel. You know, that's what they start telling that child, and then the child start believing that academics is not mine. After them hear it so many times, you know, them say, well, me done's for true. That's the last thing you want your child to ever put in their brain, you know, is me done's for true. Me like what you said just now, when you said him brain just never did a fire off yet. He was gathering it up. It was gathering up. It wasn't firing off yet. It was gathering it up. I'll give you a story real quick and end the video like this. Kai, my son Kai. Kai was so slow. We thought something was wrong with Kai. And we had such high expectations, right? And we thought something was really wrong with the kid because Kai reached a point where him did a talk in a full sentences. Watch this, you know. He was speaking in full sentences. No. He was reading, but he wasn't speaking in full sentences. So I was like, there's no way him can read but not speak in full sentences. Something wrong with him. So every time we talk to him, he would answer with one word. Nothing more, just one word. And sometimes he used to get angry and I used to like drill him to say, can I have some water, please? Instead of just saying water. Can I have some juice, please? Instead of saying juice. Because that he used to do, he used to just come around and say, juice. 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 I mean, I said something wrong with the picnic. That same little picnic there. Him grandmother, Shakira's mom, she looked at him one day, she said, not a thing no wrong with him. What she said, not a thing no wrong with him. A general or sneaky or something like that. And it turns out that she was right because that's his personality. He's the kind of guy when you see him there, he'll literally be like, and he'll do stuff and then act like him never do it. Always trying to figure a way how to get away with what he does. But Kai actually started reading full speed reading, like, and I talk about the little picnic book, Hot Cat, Bat, Mat, Sat. I'm talking about regular material. The kids sit and read and wow me. So the children don't fire off like when you want them to fire off. It don't mean to them slow. Some of them, they're just harnessing. And what Kai was doing, and we realize now, he was taking in a lot of information, like how to communicate, how to formulate his words, how to say this, how to say that, etc. He just wouldn't use it yet. And then now, whole different story. But he still has the same personality, but whole different story. So yeah, big up to that. Big up to him for being Chadwayne, for being that shining example, right? And the message and lesson in it for us is encourage these young youths, encourage them, boys and girls, because not only the cliche, they are our future, they need encouragement, but when you beat them down with words, it can go a long way too. So instead of beat them down with words, uplift them with words, and we can have more of Chadwayne more Chadwaynes than, you know, we have the others. My mother called me Sister Dunce, and she now have a doctorate degree. Yes, lovely Aneka. Me know a brother way. Them used to definitely call him Dunce all the time. And he is now a top scholar, or actually a professor. So what them call you when you did little, and actually where you really is. And some of we have to remember that too. Some of us right here watching this right now got told we were dunce and dumb so many times. We're in our 30s, 40s, 50s, and 60s, and we still believe it today. So we're dunce today. Same way. So think about that. We're going to left it right here so this morning. All right? Manners and respect to each and every one of you tuning in. I appreciate you greatly. Thank you for being here. Can you get my thumbs up to 1,000, please? And thank you. I didn't stop this morning to ask for no thumbs up because I just love this thing I want to do. So if your thumbs up, and if you don't, you don't. I still get what God gives me regardless. For the good people them out there who appreciate what we do here, hit the thumbs up button for me, please. I appreciate it greatly. I'll see you tomorrow morning right here, if God spare my life. My grandmother and my grandfather sit right over me, right here. Miss Ruby said, be good. If you can't be good, be careful. But be good. It's best to be good. And my grandfather always said, I will see you tomorrow, if God spare my life. All right? And I'll see you tomorrow, if God spare my life. I'm out. Peace.